Hi guys, Piotr here, this is LiteFinance Global YouTube channel. It's my pleasure to be with you again. Today a little bit different background, as you can see. Is it going to be a little bit of the light in the tunnel for the crypto bulls? Yes, because we are going to discuss crypto today. Or is it going to be crash and burn? Well, that's what we are going to try to find the answer today. Without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. All right, at the very beginning, let's discuss Bitcoin. The full analysis from the medium and long-term perspective you've seen. If you haven't, then I strongly encourage you to go to the LiteFinance channel to check the latest, my latest Bitcoin analysis. It was quite well prepared and not much happened since then. So it's, I would say, still valid and accurate. So you may ask why we are discussing Bitcoin today again. Well, because there are quite a few things I would like to point out today, and not all of them were I was able to point out last time. So overall analysis, we know stop hunt when it comes to the turning point, so double top with the stop hunt, finding the liquidity and moving lower since then, no doubt about it. Well, so we were quite because it's a monthly chart, quite some time ago, like maybe 6 months ago, we were discussing that I would like to see the stop count below 30,000 with the lower shadow and moving higher again. It didn't materialize because we broke through that level. We broke through 30,000 and we are retesting the levels I already said we are going to retest, and that's not a surprise for me. But well, I've been thinking that that's gonna be end of the game for the sellers, and we are going to see higher prices from here. Now, basically, because of what the Fed is doing, I'm talking about the interest rates rising because of the higher inflation. So the Fed is trying to, to crash the economy by this. Trying to tame the inflation, and but still on the background they are printing a lot of money. Just to say that last Friday, I'm not sure when you are going to watch the video, the Fed asked big banks if the Fed should print more in other words, to buy the bonds, to add the liquidity to the bond market. And what is the most important thing here is that you have to understand, if we had the liquidity problems in 2008 because of the worldwide financial crisis and lack of the liquidity when it comes to the stock market. So when there is a lack of liquidity when it comes to the bond market, if something is going to be broken here, it's gonna be 10 times more deeper and bigger recession than what we have in 2008. So that's the thing. And of course, Fed exactly knows what the consequences might be. So they are trying to manipulate the market as they can, so by raising rates and buying the bonds in the background. I don't know how it's going to end up, and as we still have a correlation when it comes to the Bitcoin and the stock market, of course, if the market is going to go lower, we are going to see the Bitcoin go lower. And well, that's the thing, because if you do remember 2018, everyone was so happy that we are trying to hold 6,000 on the Bitcoin, 5,800, and then we've seen this strong move to the downside, immediately followed by the rise. That was the COVID correction and then new high. So what's my takeout based on this monthly chart? We are going to switch lower in a second. What's my takeout? Well, we might have something similar going on right now, but as you can see here, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months, almost 9 months. As of now, it's a 5th month, so still we might see some kind of the bounce, but I would be very, very careful trying to make ideal similarity, because we have, if I'm not mistaken, please do your own research, do your own homework as usual, but 2nd of November we do have FOMC meeting, and probably we are going to see 75 basis points, and that could be the trigger for the move lower to retest levels close to 15,000, maybe a little bit lower down to 12,000, all right? And to see the possible turn around. What could be the turn around here? Well, the pivot when it comes to the Fed, right? We have to see, because right now all the Fed's members, without any kind of the hesitation, they are saying that we are nowhere when it comes to the ending the interest rate hikes as of now, because of the higher inflation. So they are all so hawkish right now. So once we are going to see first dovish comments, that could be the case, that could be the trigger that Fed is pivoting. And if they wanna, maybe I'm sounds a little bit too gloomy, but if they want to save the world, that's what they have to do soon. Of course, they are going to tame the inflation, but by the crashing stocks, by the higher unemployment rate, and that's how they want to tame the inflation, because the ordinary people will start to save, not spend the money, right? So that's the way to fight the inflation. So overall, end of this year, beginning of the next year is going to be very, very interesting. But as I mentioned, I see one more dip when it comes to the Bitcoin, and it might not be even the case for the stocks market to rise, but we might see some kind of the disconnection between the Bitcoin and the stock market, right? So that's how I see the things. When it comes to the correlation, maybe not correlation, maybe history to what we've seen 2018, 2019, and what we might see here. So I've been a big fan that we are going to hold this 18,000, but it might not be the case as of now because of what we have here. So this type of the price action is very possible, in my opinion. Briefly about the Ethereum after the merge, okay, because well, it's not that deflationary as it was supposed to be, all right? So based on this monthly chart, I see the possibility when it comes to the Ether to retest that particular low based on the monthly chart, okay? We are talking about the levels close to 1,000, or maybe even with the bigger dip overall, even 700, because that would be the case of the possible stop hunt based on this low over here, and trying to get that latest weakness, untested latest weakness, to be tested, right? So 1,700, I am bigger fan of 700 and the quick move to the downside, and then at least a retest of 1,700. And once we are going to get a weekly and monthly chart above that level, that's gonna be for me the sign that we wanna go higher above 2,000 when it comes to the Ether. But overall, as of now, I see lower levels for Bitcoin down towards 15,000, maybe even 12,000, and for Ether to go down towards 1,000, maybe even towards 700. Watch out, do your own homework, do your own research, because this dip, the deeper dip of what we've already seen, is going to create quite few rich people again. So watch out, prepare your strategy, do your own homework, do your research, stay safe. Wish you great next trading day. See you around, take care, and goodbye.